You know the day destroys the night. Not survive the day. Tried to run, tried to hide. Break on through to the other side. Break on through to the other side. Break on through to the other side. In this episode of CobbTV, we are talking about the drumming style of John Densmore from The Doors. Yes, and be sure to like and subscribe for more epic musical content. In the 60s, a lot of young drummers were really influenced by the jazz percussionists of the time, like Elvin Jones, Max Roach, Papa Joe Jones, etc., etc. And so in England, you had drummers like Mitch Mitchell's, John Bonham, Ginger Baker, who were incorporating a lot of jazz licks and feel into the rock music of the time, especially the psychedelic thing. But all the way on the other side of the world, in Los Angeles, California, you had John Densmore, who was also influenced by the jazz drummers of the time. But what made him different was that he incorporated more Latin jazz styles into the music, or just Latin beats in general. And that's what made him different and what made The Doors really unique. And it wasn't just so much that he was exclusively playing Latin grooves in their music. During the verses, you would hear a Latin beat, and then during the chorus, he would switch to a rock beat, much like in Light My Fire. You know that it would be untrue. You know that I would be alive if I was to say to you, girl, we couldn't get much higher. Come on, baby, light my fire. Come on, baby, light my fire. Try to set the night on fire. One of his more popular and notable fills that he liked to do was a double drag, where you do a drag and 2 hits after that. You can hear it all over the music. In one particular song, the WASP, Texas Radio in the Big Beat, he actually uses that fill as a motif. And that brings us to our next topic, the blues. The blues was a very integral part of The Doors' DNA. If you listen to songs like Love Me 2 Times, you'll see he's playing a Texas-style shuffle beat where you are playing a shuffle in both hands, but it's really that accent on 2 and 4, and the ghost notes that contrast that backbeat that make the groove what it is. And you can hear him using that technique on other songs like Crawling King Snake or Backdoor Man. All day about the different grooves and beats that John Densmore played and all the different Doors songs, but you just gotta go out and listen if you really want to incorporate his style into your playing or into your music. And that brings me to our final topic, listening. The Doors, every single member were really good listeners. They would really listen to Jim and what he was saying to guide the music forward together as a unit. And it was such a unique formula that they had. You had Robbie Krieger, who was a flamenco-style guitar player on electric. Ray Manzarek was really heavily influenced by classical music and had a very traditional background on the piano. You had Jim Morrison, the poet, and of course, John Densmore with his Latin jazz style drumming, all together making this really unique sound. Before you slip into unconsciousness, I'd like to have another kiss, another flashing chance at bliss, another kiss, another kiss. So once again, thanks for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe for more epic musical content. And in case I don't see you, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.